Have you ever caught yourself thinking something cruel, jealous, irrational, or just strange, and then immediately wondered, why did I think that? What does that say about me? Maybe nothing, because here's a thought worth holding on to. You are not your thoughts. Our minds are constantly generating noise. Some thoughts are useful, some are inspiring, others are confusing, repetitive, anxious, or dark. But many of us make a critical mistake. We treat every thought as if it's true, or worse, as if it defines us. We feel anxious and assume we are anxious. We think, I'll never be good enough, and assume that's who we are. We notice envy in our mind and label ourselves as bad people. This fusion of thought and identity is like confusing the sky with the weather. Just because there are storm clouds doesn't mean the sky is broken. This is where ancient philosophy can step in like a guide, calmly placing a hand on our shoulder and whispering, "Watch. Don't cling, don't run, just observe." The Stoics, and especially Epictetus, had a precise view of this. To them, a thought was merely an impression, something that appeared in the mind, uninvited, and impressions, Epictetus said, must be examined, not obeyed. Do not say, "I am rich," but rather, "An impression of wealth has appeared." Epictetus discourses. In other words, don't confuse the map with the territory, and don't confuse a thought with truth. Just because something appears in your mind doesn't mean it's you. The Stoics believed we are rational beings, but to be rational means to choose, to assess, to filter, not to absorb everything like a sponge. It is not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. Epictetus. If your mind says this is a disaster, a Stoic would say, pause, observe. Is it truly a disaster, or is it just your first impression? Far from the Roman Empire, another tradition was arriving at a similar insight. Buddhist thought treated the mind not as a solid, unified identity, but as a stream. Thoughts come and go, like clouds in the sky or leaves on a river. The self, in this view, is not a permanent structure, but a process. You are not the voice in your head. You are the awareness of it. The practice of meditation is simply sitting still and watching this stream without getting swept away. Imagine this. You're sitting on a riverbank. Thoughts drift by. One says, "You're not doing enough." Another says, "You'll never change." Another just loops your grocery list. You could jump in after each one, or you could sit quietly and watch them pass. Buddhists train the mind not to react to every thought, but to recognize its impermanence. You are not the body. You are not the mind. You are the witness. Ramana Maharshi. This witnessing, this distance, is freedom. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, one of the most evidence-backed forms of therapy today, is rooted in this very distinction. CBT teaches that our thoughts are not always accurate, and more importantly, that they can be challenged. One technique? Cognitive diffusion, separating yourself from your thoughts. Instead of saying, "I'm a failure," you say, "I'm having the thought that I'm a failure." It's subtle, but it's powerful. You've created space. You've gone from the actor to the audience. So, if you are not your thoughts, then who are you? You are the awareness that notices. You are the observer, the one who can step back, reflect, choose. Your thoughts may be angry, but you don't have to act in anger. Your thoughts may be fearful, but you can still move with courage. This space between thought and action is where your freedom lives, where growth begins. Let's make this real. Here are 3 ways to put this idea into practice. 1. Name the thought. When a strong or unhelpful thought arises, name it gently. I'm having the thought that I'll fail. I'm having the thought that no one likes me. This small shift gives you distance. It reminds you that you are not the thought, you are the thinker. 2. Watch without judgment. In meditation or just quiet moments, let thoughts rise and fall without reacting. Label them like passing clouds: worry, memory, planning, insecurity. Don't push them away. Don't cling to them. Just watch. This builds what Buddhists call equanimity, the calm in the middle of life's storms. 3. Choose your response. A Stoic doesn't suppress emotions. A Stoic questions their power. Ask, is this thought helping me? Is it true? What else might be true? Train the mind like you would a muscle. Let it serve you, not run you. This isn't just about mental health, it's about freedom, because if you can watch your thoughts, you are not trapped by them. If you can choose how to respond, you are no longer a puppet of emotion. This is the foundation of all personal development, the ability to pause, reflect, and choose. The ancient Greeks called this prohairesis, the moral will. The Buddhists called it mindfulness. Modern psychologists might call it metacognition. Call it what you want, but it's what separates reactivity from responsibility, habit from choice, impulse from virtue. So the next time a harsh or strange thought pops into your mind, don't panic. Don't assume it's true. Don't assume it's you. Instead, notice it like a bird flying past a window. It came. It went. You are still here. The watcher. The steady center. The deeper self. Thank you for watching Briefly Deep. If this episode gave you something to think about, leave a like and consider subscribing. New insights every week.